In Chapter 2, My Brother, A Brief Family History, I provide some background information about my parents. I talk about my mother's service in the Coast Guard during World War II, and then continue with this excerpt. Once home from the war, the practical needs to find work diverted my mother from any whimsical idea of a career as a torch singer. Instead, she went to a 2-year business school to learn secretarial and office skills in the hopes of pursuing a career path typical for women of that era. In fact, before she was married, my mother worked as a secretary for a large insurance company in Albany. After she was married and started having children, she only worked on occasion as she was primarily a stay-at-home mother. For all of her worldliness, my mother was still the product of simple immigrants. She was a very proud and stubborn person who could let her emotions get away from her. After the war, being uneducated and unskilled, my father drifted in and out of work as a butcher's helper in a grocery store and as a postal worker. At some point, he fell in with some people who worked for themselves as small-time scrap metal dealers, or in the vernacular of the times, rag pickers and junk men. My father's temperament and independent nature made him suited for and enamored with any kind of work that he could do on his own that would provide him with ready cash. From those early years of looking to score a quick buck, my father settled into a career and spent most of his adult life self-employed as a small scrap metal dealer, using his street smarts and innate ingenuity to make a living. I end Chapter 2 with the following observation. From these humble beginnings, the seeds of my struggles with my brother were sown in the emotional turmoil, shame, and resentment brewing within my father, and the stubborn, unforgiving, and highly emotional temperament of my mother.